tag, one child, one youth, one tag you. Think big you. Together we can do this in our continent you. Think big you. I say one tag, one child, one youth, one tag you. Think big you. Together we can do this in our continent you. Think big you.
Today being the 13th of April 2023, this is Tree of Abundance. It is 6:36 in the morning. You are welcome to the community of Tacians, especially those of you who have joined us recently. This body, this vision, this mission that we are on started in 2019. We survived the greatest financial destruction that the world has ever encountered. We survived the enemies within and the enemies without that hate progress. We have survived international organizations that their intention were to destroy us from the beginning. And we still have the enemies within and the enemies without. We have been investigated and are still being investigated by basically all the global security in the world. The Tacians, you do not know that we will become the world most hated. Why? Because those of us who can identify with William Holmes Jr. statement, a former Supreme Court Justice of the United States once said, "A mind that is stretched with a new idea can never return to its original dimension." Our mind in the Tacian community have been stretched with abundance, and it will never go back to its original dimension. This mission that we are on, it is not for the weak of heart, nor for those that love instant gratification results, because the instant gratification results and the programs that we have entered have only disgraced us. They have only disgraced us. A lot of persons within this community have introduced people to a lot of things, and they only disgraced us. And so you even have those who are trying to bring down TACC in our community, because the success of TACC will expose a lot of systems and people around the globe. But nonetheless, we have survived. We have accomplished where they said we could not. They said the coin will never be certified. They say we will never raise the funds to certify the coins. We did that. The coins will never go on any exchange. We also did that. Everything that they said that we could not, we have done. And we have exposed the system and have brought light where there were darkness. And so we have adopted the philosophy of Buckminster Fuller that we will not fight the existent reality, but rather we will create a new model of financial freedom, because that's the road that we're on. This is not the Martin Luther King era, the Malcolm X era, those that fought for a seat at the table, those that fought for recognition, those that fought for the ability for a downtrodden people to vote, to be able to use the same bathroom, to be able to live in the same community. That's not our struggle today. To be able to go to the same school, the Ivy League schools, to be able to go and shop in the same mall, that is not our fight today. We were able to do that. We were able to break those chains of physical slavery. What we have not conquered yet is the ability to break mental slavery and to unite behind a common good. And so I am still answering the question, and I think this is part 3 or part 4 of a question that was raised by a Tacian, I believe, in Ghana, when from the last training of Saturday. And the question he raised: how will we, the ordinary Tacian, be able to afford the lifestyle that the city represents? How will we, the ordinary Tacians, will tap into infinite abundance that a city has promised because of the vision, because of its mission? How will we? The packages were read out, examples of what we are looking at. TACC Diasporan City, you will not be a founding member as a wandering generality. You will not be able to afford that. This city will not cater for wandering generalities. And so we are refining the process, because the founding members will receive approximately 15 to 25% of revenue permanently that will be produced by the city. That will be enshrined in our policy document, irrevocable. And so it will not come cheap. We are saying to you, many of you, you don't need to live in the city. Many of you will buy platinum packages. But what will happen is the city should be a tower of strength. The city should be your economic foundation, where you can use your royalties, your investment, and you can live anywhere over the world. That is the idea of the city, to break our financial shackles for over 400 years. That is what we came to do in 2019, and that is the mission that we're on. A lot of you thought that it was going to be very easy. No, it's not going to be easy, because we are not fighting a community system. We are not fighting a country financial structure, nor a continent financial structure. We are going up against global institutions that have intentionally kept the majority of us in poverty, living from hand to mouth and scarce to want. And so I am still answering the question that was asked by the global community of TACC, to the global community How will we, the ordinary Tacian, afford? Having heard the package, platinum, 1 million, diamond, 750,000, silver, 250,000, and we have also added a bronze package, 150,000. And we're also dividing the residential area under the same category. Now, all these, as I said, they're just to massage your minds so that you can think. The final decisions will be made. And so by this weekend or next week, we should have the packages available. We will soon put our non-disclosure into effect for those of you who are shadow cabinet, for those of you who are on the subcommittees. And so I shared with the global community of Tacian that should TACC appreciate to 1,005, we're not talking about 2,000, we're not talking about 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. Because what we need to understand that TACC is already money. Tacians are trading TACC every day with the most traded coin per volume, Bitcoin. They're trading it with Ethereum. They're trading it with Litecoin, BTC Cash on a daily basis. TACC is traded around the globe. This is money. It's not waiting to be money. It is money at 1 cent, and it will be the same money at 100,000. It does not change. TACC is not operational only at 50 and 100,000 when it reached there, being a community of value, because that is what it is. We have to be a community of value. And for us to be a community of value, we have to be meaningful specifics. We have to be intentional. And so I am answering the question. And the question, I've taken time to look at our team last year in One Voice We Speak, where Dr. Bose summarized out of Genesis 11, where the Babylonians who started building the Tower of Babel are people who have decided that they do not want to be scattered, or they did not believe the infinite when he says he will not destroy the world again with a flood. And so they begin to build. And the parable declared that the infinite came down. And I say a parable because the infinite is omnipresent. And so the infinite is always coming from where he was. He's always going from where he was. And so when you say the infinite came down, let me not go into the expression that we can find in different versions of the Bible, because I always say I will scatter what you have taught that have kept you enslaved, because that's what it is, that have kept us narrow-minded. But the infinite came down. The script says one day, and he saw what human beings were attempting. And the script says that he was amazed at what unity can produce. And he says, except I scatter these people, their imagination will be accomplished. Hence the reason I said to the global community of Tacian, we have entered an era of imagination. Can we as a community imagine? Imagine. What are we imagining? What are we imagining? Can we imagine TACC at $1 million for one coin? And it will become. Because what we will not be able to do outside of the city, it will be done in the city. When we would have arrived at a certain level where we are producing and manufacturing global products, when we are building hotels, when we are manufacturing cars, when we are mining gold and diamond, when we have industrialized the city, where everything can be purchased with TACC, you think that the value of TACC will remain? It will be a diamond. TACC will become your diamond. It will become your oil. It will become your gold. That is what we have. We have to give it value. The problem with us, the Tacians, we have been brainwashed to believe that anything foreign is better, is better, and anything white is best. And so we're looking for persons to rescue us. We're looking for Carty Foundation. We're looking for this foundation to come and feed us. We are parading ourselves, living on the greatest continent with the greatest natural and human resources, capital. A continent that do not need the world, but the world needs it. And we have subjected ourselves to be global beggars, certified beggars, and aid receivers. TACC will change that narrative as we bring our mission into focus to rescue the Afro-Caribbean country. I know this vision is too big for a lot of you to imagine. It's too big for you to imagine. And I understand, because as I said, a lot of you start your job and you're on the job for 5, 10, 15 years and you're still at the same level. You have not improved. You have not gone anywhere. You have not learned any new skills. How do abundance expect you to lead in this community? How do I expect you to change anything? You don't have the mindset. But these are the ones that has the most vocal voice. What is the price of TACC? What is, every day they get up, what is the price of TACC? This is not child's play. And so you're talking about, even at $1 million for the platinum package, and TACC rose to $1,500, you only need 667 TACC. Diamond position, 750,000. You only need 500 TACC. Gold, 500,000. 333 TACC. Silver, 250,000. 166 TACC. Bronze position, 150,000. 100 TACC. We're talking about the royalty programs. We're looking at the land program, and we will mimic the land program from the royalty categories, like platinum ownership. We're looking now at 20 to 50,000. Diamond, 15,000. Gold, 10,000. Silver, 5,000. Bronze, 2,005. And each of these packages allow you to have 2 lots in the city. And so we're looking at the same analogy. If TACC is at 1,005, for platinum, even at 20,000 for one piece of for the 2 lot, you only need 13 coins. At diamond ownership, you only need 10 TACC at 15,000. when TACC appreciates to 1,005, you have gold 10,000. You only need 6.6 TACC. Silver 5,000. No, gold you need 10 TACC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bronze ownership 2,005. You only need 1.6 TACC. This is what we're talking about. This is what cryptocurrency can do. TACC appreciates to 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, 20,000. Do you see where we're coming? And I'm answering the question, how will we, the ordinary Tacian, afford to live in the city? We have to be meaningful specifics. We have to be unite and to imagine as the story imply, the parable imply, because all these are for our own learning, what we can do, even when we're in the wrong, even when we're doing wrong. Unity of purpose is a principle. Can we unite under the banner of TACC? That is the question, because once we are united, there is nothing that we will not be able to achieve. This is chief abundance.